What is up, fellow bench warmers? Welcome to your daily fantasy quickie. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to a quickie. Kamish is on his way somewhere. I am still, quarantined here somewhere. Kamish, AD, big news today.
Big news and a little surprising because he played the whole first half basically. He played 17 minutes. He played his usual minutes, then just didn't come out of the locker room for the second half.
I think there was an instance wherein he jumped and then he didn't fall right or something like that. I just saw some tweets and some clips.
There was a video we posted. Supposedly that's where the injury happened. But according to reports, he already felt discomfort with his foot from the start of the game. But I think when that foot got entangled mid-air with Jokic, that's where it was. I guess it felt worse. No, it worsened. So I think that's the moment where he felt he could not continue maybe for the second half.
So is this Is this the AD injury that everyone's been waiting for? It seems like everyone's just waiting for this to happen. But it doesn't look serious.
To be honest, To be honest, it doesn't look serious. It doesn't look bad. It's not like a sprain or it's not non-contact really because it was mid-air. So according to a sports doctor on Twitter, many doctors are trying to weigh in their opinions. They said it could just be some extension of some ligaments here or there. They don't think it's very, very serious. And the fact that he played until the end of the first half means that he can play through it. Maybe they're being very cautious with him, which is understandable given his injury history.
Yeah. Chances of him missing games, maybe.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. He probably would miss a game or two. Not long term. Maybe they'll rest him for a bit.
We have to wait for MR. My only concern is that they did an X-ray, and if it wasn't serious, they would not have gone to the MRI. That's just me trying to piece out some clues from the reports. They did an X-ray. They didn't say it's negative or anything. Usually when you hear injuries, X-rays were negative, they're just going to do an MRI. They didn't say X-rays were negative. They said they did an X-ray and they're going to do an MRI tomorrow. So that's just the only thing that makes a little bothersome. But whenever we hear an MRI thing, you would expect he'll be out for your next game. I would assume. But next week is Christmas, the Christmas Day games. So I don't know if he can play. He can play there, but if he doesn't play there, that means it's really something bad because that's very important. Those are very important games for the NBA.
For the NBA, and that's not just one, but this is the second superstar that will be
out
the Christmas Day game. Of course, Steph being the other star who will not play during that time. Of course, Thomas Bryant from the fantasy perspective. Thomas Bryant is the person to watch out for or the person to add in case AD misses time.
Yes. I already added Thomas Bryant in a lot of the leagues preemptively. He is good. I mean, he's like Nazrid who played well today. No, he offensively he can help, but defense, rebound, blocks, it's not there. So certainly not slam dunk must add, top 100 guy. But if AD is gonna miss time, you can expect double-digit scoring, maybe 7 or 8 rebounds. So that's okay. I just want to say, like, the top two players in fantasy is Steph and AD. AD and Steph, 1 and 2. So if AD would miss time, top two players just got wiped out in 2 days or 3 days.
Yeah.
Right. So it's interesting.
But the important thing is we hope that it's not going to be weeks here that we're talking about. Of course, it looks like it won't be that long, but of course we still have to wait for official timetable. A player who returned, Robert Williams. Impressions of Robert Williams. Did you watch the
Look
game?
good. Yeah, I watched the game. I watched the parts where he played. He played 17 minutes. I watched the first half where he played, the second half where he played, just to watch how he looked. He looked very good. He blocked. He had a good block. I saw the block, and second half he looked better than the first half for sure. Minutes restriction will be there. For I don't know for how long. Maybe for at least a month.
Yeah.
Maybe 20 minutes a game. Maybe they will try to ramp it up slowly. As their coach said, they just want him to make them better because they're already good. They just want him to make them better. That's different from they need him to win in the regular season. They need him in the playoffs. So they're gonna be slow with it. But as I wrote, 60-70% of Robert Williams is still top 50.
Yeah.
Worst
good.
case top 6. Yeah, worst case top 6. I keep on saying, if you can trade him for a top 30 guy, do it. Do it. I'll take it at this point. I think he's not gonna be a top 20, top 25 guy like previous years, but he looked good. So that's the good news.
Yeah, he looks fast. He looks agile. He looks mobile. He looks healthy. And that's all we can ask. But yeah, should be good. I mean, yeah, like Komish said, we've talked about him even before he returned. That it might be a good time to explore what you can get for Robert Williams to see how high can you get. I mean, the good thing is you probably picked Robert Williams the 80s, the 90s, the hundreds, and like Komish said, if you could get a top 30 player there, that's a big jump already from where you picked him, which is already
just some added observation. Yeah, I think he's gonna so far Al Horford, although Al Horford got rejected, looks like it's gonna be a timeshare for now. So Al Horford played well. Al Horford played well before he was ejected. So I think maybe Al Horford can stay in the top 100 range for the meantime. But
hopefully,
yeah. But obviously it's gonna be a hit for Al Horford, and then Derek White, you can just drop him altogether at this point.
Yeah,
and it's not gonna look good for him.
Yeah, that's another player. Of course, players like Grant Williams would probably be also affected by this.
Yeah.
I mean, Grant Williams has somehow been solid for the past few games, but could take a hit as well with Robert Williams. Again, the minutes restrictions are still there. Plus, he probably won't play back to back. So I think that's going to be something to watch out for Robert Williams. Who else? What Naz Reid? You mentioned Naz Reid played today. I posted something on Twitter the other day about players that one injury away bench player who are not getting enough minutes, but when the top guys get injured, these players are studs. And I talked about that. I remembered asking that because of Tyus Jones, right? When Ja did not play, Tyus Jones was, he's going to be, a stud. And not just a speculative ad, you should add him already because, he can give you that double kind of performance. Naz Reid is another player who is like that. Unfortunately, this year, he has to how do you call this, overcome two injuries before he gets there, because usually when Carl Anthony Towns is out, he is the guy. But Naz Reid is another player who is that one injury away player, and today 28 points, I think, dominated the
Yes,
the
yes.
game.
Who were the other players that were mentioned there? We mentioned Tyus Jones. We mentioned
Uh,
Naz Reid.
I'll
Uh,
pull it up. Um, I think there
I think
were
we
mentions.
mentioned
Yeah, go.
we mentioned Onyeka Okongwu, who we could talk about a little bit also. Capella was out. You mentioned that Okongwu's per 36 minutes not really far off from his average right now, which today 7.7 rebounds, 2 blocks. But he did just get 23 minutes though because the game was a blowout. I think he would have gotten a low end double double if it was his usual. So I think what you can expect from Okongwu would be probably 12 points, probably 10 rebounds, probably 1 or 2 blocks, something like that. Not super, extraordinary, but not bad. So just stay with Okongwu. If you picked him up, just keep him even with this mediocre game. So he's a one injury away player, but probably not the best. I would say Tyus Jones is still the best. Do you have
Uh,
any other
yeah,
mention
there were
there?
some here. I'm not sure. Paul Reed is one player mentioned.
Yeah.
From the Philadelphia 76ers. Uh, uh, Bruce Brown was mentioned for
That's
a
true.
number of times because of the either Bruce Brown is a replacement player for pretty much everyone in the Denver Nuggets lineup, right? When Jamal Murray is out, he benefits. When now Michael Porter Jr. is out, he is benefiting. Even when Jokic is out, he is also benefiting. He's been very solid. So Gafford, I think you mentioned that Daniel
Yeah,
Gafford.
Daniel Gafford. Yeah,
Nemhard
yes.
was
Gafford is one of the better back then. Who
Andrew
else?
Nemhard was mentioned, but Andrew Nemhard is okay even with uh, Halliburton. One guy is probably forgotten is Rishon Holmes, and I don't even know where this guy is. Uh, and I'm not even sure he's one injury away type of player at this point, but he used to be good.
Well, Sean Holmes used to be good. He's in Sacramento. Has a bonus injury away from probably starting, but he's not. For me, even if Sabonis gets injured, I don't think he'll return to the Holmes of before. So he's there. He's there in the list, but I would not really say he's top of that list.
Yeah. Some guys
Yeah.
missing here. Maybe Campaign is one of those players. Uh, Javon Carter, probably another player who who recently had a good, strong run without Drew. I think those guys would be some of the one injury away player.
Well, maybe you can also talk about the other players who returned, like
Yep.
Charlotte, and also the Golden State situation. The first game without Steph, what it looked like. You know,
Um,
we can start with Charlotte.
well, Lamelo returned. This is the second game. Lamelo looked good, even better than the first time he returned. Hayward
Yeah.
also returned, but
Yes.
didn't play as much. Um,
Hayward. Hayward played 28 minutes. So the line was his line was salvaged by the stops, the 2 steals and a block.
yeah,
But overall, just okay. I mean, not
is
that
he an
great from
ad?
Hayward. But it's his first game back.
He's been dropped in a lot of
Hayward
leagues.
is an ad. Hayward is an ad. As long as he's healthy, he's an ad. He started over Oubre. He got lots of chances to bring down the ball. He will still get usage. He's still good. Still Gordon Hayward. We're not sure when the next injury is, but he's an ad. He's definitely an ad.
Uh, yeah, and the Golden State situation you mentioned, Dante DiVincenzo is probably one of the guys that's going to benefit a lot. Clay didn't play well today, 4 out of 17, just 4 out of 17. Dante had a double double, and of course, Poole, the usual Poole without Steph. I think I like Dante a lot as one of the major beneficiaries of this Steph Curry injury.
Yeah. Make sure Dante is not available in your wires. I think he's really gonna show his full potential because Dante is a good fantasy game. He can rebound, he can pass, he can get steals. He had 5 3-pointers by the first quarter or first half. So he has a diverse set of skills. So Dante is good. But I saw that Kevon Looney played well today.
Kevon Looney
But
had 14 points, 11 rebounds, 9 assists,
yes,
and 2
almost a
steals and 2
triple double.
blocks. This is like Draymond, prime
But that's without Draymond.
Draymond.
Yeah, but that's without Draymond today. Draymond will be back in their next game. So don't expect these kinds of numbers from Looney. Plus Wiggins might be back in their next game. So DiVincenzo might go to the bench. So don't expect a double-double also for DiVincenzo. But definitely, as I said, if you lose Steph, you lose a lot of usage there. It will help everybody in the team. So all of them gets a big boost. No? So that make sure make sure they're not available. Add them. Add DiVincenzo. I would say add Looney also.
Yeah. Add and see what happens when Wiggins, until Wiggins returns
with the Charlotte situation. Yeah, with the Charlotte situation, I think Oubre is a big loser here. He went to the bench, although he still got I think
he got
double
30
digits
minutes, I think.
scoring, some rebounds. Yeah, he got 30 minutes, but still you would expect that he would get a hit with going to the bench. Rozier though might get a bigger hit because LaMelo will take much of the usage from him. So Rozier rest of the season might be a little down, maybe top 50, top 60 instead of top 30. So those are my observations for Charlotte.
Yeah. For the next few games, I think Paul George is also questionable for tomorrow. Just something to note. And interestingly, the whole Miami team is tagged as injured. They were fined, actually. That's interesting.
Yes.
They were fined. And as a retaliation, they put everyone on the injury report. So this is going to be interesting, though, who plays tomorrow and who does not. But yeah, something to watch out for because tomorrow there's a couple of early games.
I would predict that everybody would play, but maybe Caleb Martin won't. That's the only guy I'm iffy about for tomorrow. I would think everybody else plays in Miami.
Yeah, because he also got injured. Jalen Duren, another big double today. I was thinking of trying to get him in my Roto League, but I just don't know which player should I give up for him.
You know Duren. I've been a fan of Duren for so long. As I said, I expected a breakout this season, but I didn't expect it this early. So I'm very pleasantly surprised. I do have some Duren in my lineup. He's gonna be solid with rebounds and blocks. He's gonna be solid for the rest of the season. As long as he's starting, even if he's not starting, he's gonna be solid. Actually, the better question is who is the better player going forward, Duren or Walker Kessler? Because really both of them are good, right? I don't know who you would pick between the two of them. But yeah, what's your take?
The only thing that's stopping me from picking Walker Kessler is that he is still, somehow in some games coming off the bench. But I think I like Walker Kessler more just because of the multiple blocks that he gives. Solid blocks. It's just that I think Duren would have easier time with the minutes because there's not much there to compete against, right? And he plays alongside Isaiah Stewart, so that's already sorted out, right? There's really no one else. So I think Duren would, when you want more consistency in the minutes, I think Duren. But I think I like the upside of Kessler better because of he can do 2, 3, 4 blocks a game. I think that's big. And I've been thinking this morning in the season we're in, these types of guys, the top guys who contribute the same categories, Jakob Pertl, Rudy Gobert, even Jarrett Allen has taken a little step back, right? It's very important to have some players like these.
Yes.
You'd be very thankful you were able to grab players like these because of the underperforming centers this season. Who do you like though, Duren or Kessler?
Yeah, I like Kessler. Fantasy wise, I like Kessler. As you said, what you said is exactly what I'm thinking. The blocks very important. He blocks three blocks a game compared to Duren. So I like Kessler more. I do think Duren has a chance to end up higher in fantasy just because, as you said, the minutes is gonna be there. But it's Kessler over Duren.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it for. That's probably it for today in today's quickie. Just some chit chat over what happened and some discussions about certain players. As always, please subscribe, guys, to our YouTube channel, Fantasy Benchwarmers. Like our socials, follow us on our socials, and with that, tomorrow we'll probably talk about the schedule week 10. I think there's some followers who've been asking already about week 10 schedule. I think I'm not sure. Commish has posted week 10 schedule already. So it's already up on our Facebook page, but tomorrow we'll do a discussion of the schedule. So it's Schedule Analyzer episode tomorrow. And with that, we'll see you guys again tomorrow. Have a good weekend ahead. Bye.